Hello, Councillor Kristjanson here. It's June 20th, 2 p.m. on Father's Day, a beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon. There's our beautiful bay. That's where our wonderful United Church used to be, the church my family went to until the previous council allowed them to destroy it to build more. The good news is it will be built and have housing for seniors, which is a good thing. Now we're heading up on just on Buena Vista here, in front of the City Hall. Let's have a look. There it is right there. Beautiful library. We're just going to do a little PLT here, parking lot tour, and get on the way to see how Marine Drive is looking on a Father's Day on a perfectly wonderful Sunday afternoon in White Rock, BC. There's White Rock Elementary, the Cenotaph, at City Hall, and there's the $1 million view that we all love, the Pacific Ocean, Semiahmoo Bay. Just a beautiful, beautiful day. Makes you happy to live in this wonderful town, I gotta tell you. We're all blessed, and we should be counting our blessings. I'm sure we all do. Okay, so heading down Fur Street, we're getting close to the to Columbia, where traffic is being rerouted for westbound going to the beach. So here we are at Columbia. I think there's somebody who looks like he's a little lost. He's either a tourist or he's going on their detour. So here we go. Driving down Columbia. It's a 30-kilometer zone. It's a nice street, actually. Very beautiful homes here, and the view of the ocean on this road is just spectacular. Like I say, we are very blessed to live in this town. So, yep, there's definitely some cars here. Traffic is flowing nicely, but I'd say there's 5 or 6 cars in front of me. Oh, there you go. There's actually a fair number at the stop sign. So we shall see how it is on a Sunday afternoon on Father's Day with the 1-lane closure on Marine Drive. One of the things that the previous council did right, I had my doubts, but the parkade is coming up, and it's actually one of my favorite spots to park. So definitely a great spot most days. It's full today, which is amazing, as all 4 floors, so it's definitely a busy day. We will see how things go as far as parking is concerned. My family's taking me out to Uli's after this to enjoy a wonderful Uli burger. Uli Burger 2.0 is my favorite, but everybody has their own favorites. So definitely the parking lot is full today. So it's a very busy day, and there are 6 cars in front of me, like I said. So we'll just take our time and see how the detour works when we get onto Marine Drive and the lane closure there. There is additional parking underneath the building here, right in front of me. I can never remember what it's called, but there's our beautiful parkade, full. Doesn't happen very often. So that's a secret trick I share with everybody, but if you come down, you should always try and get into the parkade. It's always a great spot. Today it's full, but usually there's spots, or there's lots of spots there. So definitely something to enjoy. I think it's the Montecito. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Okay, so we're getting on to Vidal, and we're going to go on to Marine Drive. It's a beautiful day. You can see lots of nice crowds waiting for the restaurants. The boathouse is full. Just as a note, I did talk to the manager of the boathouse, and he wasn't really in favor of the Marine Drive lane closure. They have lots of patio space and lots of indoor space. It's a beautiful building, good food, and for them, they don't see any value in this, so they weren't in favor of it. Just full disclosure, I think it's important that we listen to everybody. So I'm on Marine Drive. It's a little full. We'll see if we can get in there on the first green light. Beautiful beach. Beautiful day to be on the beach. Not sure why. Oh, I think we're going to make it on one light. That's pretty cool. Very popular today. And here we are on the Marine Drive with the lane closure. You can see it goes on for quite a while. The engineering staff did an absolutely amazing job making this happen. You'll notice there's not a whole lot of restaurants taking advantage of it yet. There's a total, I think, 19 that have applied or are thinking of applying or have applied and are waiting for approvals. As far as I remember, as of Friday, there was 4, possibly 5 that had been approved. So we'll see. We'll drive it today and see how it looks. Now, there's definitely a good vibe here. People, hopefully everybody's vaccinated, because there's not a whole lot of physical distancing here, but it's not super crowded either. And as everybody knows, ultraviolet lights do a pretty good job of destroying the coronavirus. You still have to maintain your distance, but sunshine and COVID don't get along, which is fantastic. So here we are. Jan's at the beach had their patio open. Charlie's Don't Surf, here it is. He was one of the first. Thank you, Kyle, for all your help in this. He was fantastic getting this organized and working with the BIA. And Uli's was the first open. That's where we're going to be having our my Father's Day dinner later on today. So the patio is, as you can see, is completely full. Oh, no, there's one table left. Maybe that's for us. But definitely, I think Tyson did a great job. Tyson Bloom's the owner. He did this himself. We watched him build it, and it's looking really good. Here's the Maya's has their patio open. 5 has theirs open. Fantastic. Here's the parking lot in front of Primo's. Sasquatch, it's built, but I think they're waiting for some approval still. He did an amazing job building it. And Ella Brije is about to. Primo's is should be approved at this point. I don't see them out there yet, but they're supposed to be on the verge of being totally approved. So here we are. So we're on Marine Drive, going eastbound. Beautiful, beautiful day. I don't know if the camera catches the waves in the ocean, but it's beautiful. And more importantly, this part of Marine Drive, so far the whole drive has been it's flowed very well. There's some people wanting to cross. Of course, you have to let them go across. Oh, they don't want to go across. That's the trick about, everybody's so friendly, drivers in White Rock, that sometimes if you're a pedestrian, you gotta look the other way because you don't want to cross, but the drivers are trying to help you, so they didn't want to cross. We're at the hump now, and looking at beautiful Mount Baker in the background, and you can see the beach. It is just sort of tide's coming in, but very, very crowded. It looks fantastic. Everybody's enjoying themselves on this beautiful Sunday, Father's Day afternoon, and traffic is flowing very, very well. I'm going to go into the other eastbound lane. We have 2. And you can see Zapoteca has their patio out. I had the pleasure of eating there when they were approved, so that was a great experience. And we're getting back to Restaurant Row on the East Beach, so now we're going to have to get back into the lane because restaurants are taking advantage of this. We've actually gotten restaurants from outside of Marine Drive asking for the same, and council approved that. They said, okay, let's make that happen. That sounds like a great idea. So we're at Moby Dick's. They don't have a patio out, but here's Zapoteca's beautiful patio. Poultry in Motion looks like they have some tables out on the sidewalk, not on the streets yet. But more and more people, more and more restaurants should be opening up here, and I think if we're lucky, the province is approved doing this for province-wide for until 2022, I believe. So if this all goes well and the detours are not upsetting residents too much and everybody wins, then I'm hoping that council will approve letting this continue until the end of summer. But at the moment, the official word is this will end once the province allows restaurants to go back to 100%. And hopefully that'll happen soon, but also hopefully council will change their minds and allow them, the restaurants, to continue to recoup all the money they've lost over the last 18 months thanks to COVID and the pier going down and the parking lot closures before that. They've had a rough time. They've had a rough 4 years. And if we can help them recover some of that, I think that's fantastic. Yeah. So now I'm finished Marine Drive. I'm at Maple and Marine, and I'm going to go up Maple Street. That's the detour route. You can see all the signs here for 30 kilometers an hour. The bike route is through Victoria. Here it is, we're on Victoria. You'll notice that council, I made the motion, I'm proud to say, to make this local traffic only. So this is to avoid huge amounts of cars coming through this route. We really want them to either go down Columbia, go westbound on Columbia, or even better, if they could go to North Bluff and avoid this altogether, or even Thrift. All great routes to go westbound. So I'm on Victoria right now. Again, this is Sunday, a beautiful, beautiful Father's Day, and you can see the traffic on Victoria is wonderful. I couldn't be more delighted. We heard the residents loud and clear. They had a petition with 57 signatures on last Monday, and they had more to come for people who are worried about all the traffic coming on Victoria. So we did hear that, put up the local traffic only signs, and I think it's paying off. I think most people who are going westbound, they're taking other routes. So we'll do Columbia after this and see how it looks. But Victoria looks fantastic. I hope all the residents who raised that petition realize that this is your city by the sea, and this council is listening. We're at Dolphin Street now, and another 30-kilometer sign, detour for the bikes. Again, the engineering staff have worked with the RCMP and the fire department and emergency services to make sure, and with the BIA, to make sure that this is done in a way that doesn't pose a big risk to people's safety. We want to make sure emergency vehicles can still respond quickly, and no one is put at risk. So the staff have done a great job working with the BIA, the RCMP, and emergency services to make sure they've got a good balance here that will ensure public safety while helping the restaurants recoup some money and ensure the restaurant or the residents aren't adversely impacted by the detours. So again, this is Victoria coming up to Columbia. Columbia is the main detour route if you're going westbound and you can't go on Marine. So I would expect a few more cars here. Let's see how it looks. So I'm at Columbia, just on Victoria, and it looks pretty good. Here we go again. So going down Columbia, this is the bike route, of course, and again the parkade is right here. Another really great parking spot that some people don't know about is on Martin Street here. There's a parking lot right near Uli's. It's not a big one, maybe 20 cars, but during when things aren't busy, it's actually a really great location if you just want to go to Maya's and get some ice cream or get an Uli burger or any of the restaurants nearby. Okay, so we're now back at Vidal and Columbia, right by the parkade. And I would say there are 2, 4, 6, 8, probably 9 cars in front of me now. So it's not as good as the previous 6, but at least it's not 20. So one of the things people are saying is it seems like Marine Drive is a lot quieter now. It's much more people friendly. I think that's fantastic. So what people are saying is there's the hot rodders and the people who would go back and forth. Oh, there's 4 parking spots now in the parkade. If you are listening to this, then rush on down. But yeah, people are saying that because there's only one lane and it's eastbound, lots of cars are not getting stuck westbound on the lights, so we're not having a lot of idling cars. And so if you have decide to eat at Uli's or Charlie's or Zapoteca or any of the restaurants on Marine Drive, the consensus seems to be by the majority is that this is really working well, and there's less cars. There's only one lane, but it's also no cars idling, making pollution, because the cars are just flowing. So again, I'm now back on Marine Drive with the lane closure by the White Rock Museum and Cilantro's. There are a number of cars in front of me at this point. Let's see if traffic flows or not. People have been saying that people have, for the most part, been the traffic has been flowing nicely, because westbound was the lane that kept getting clogged. Also, because there's no westbound drivers trying to get into the parking lots, that used to block both lanes while they were trying to cross, so that doesn't happen anymore. So what's slowing down traffic here now is the pedestrian crossings, but hey, we want people to enjoy our restaurants and our beach, so we'll just keep on going. No, pedestrians are a good thing, and it means business for our residents, or for our restaurants, and our visitors and our residents able to enjoy the beach. That's why we live here. Honestly, it doesn't feel any worse than any Father's Day, any sunny Sunday for that matter, any sunny weekend. Marine Drive has always been clogged, but I think it's actually flowing better because we don't have the 2 lanes. The one lane seems to flow very, very well. I remember last year on a sunny day, it took me over 30 minutes to do eastbound, and I had ordered takeout, and I wasn't able to get there until about 35 minutes after I expected to get there, and it was kind of cold. It wasn't nice, so I'm thinking this will help with takeout too. So I haven't pointed it out yet, but there are little alcoves for deliveries that allow the restaurants to have deliveries done. They do it during the mornings so that it doesn't interfere with other traffic. Again, we at Docks, Fish and Chips, Sasquatch, just about ready to open their patio, and Primo's, I believe, have been approved, and they just have to do their bill, whatever they're going to do at this point. And now I'm at Little India. It was sold, and what's coming soon is a Braja's Kitchen. I don't know what that is, but it sounds Mexican. Okay, so we're that took a few minutes, so maybe 5 minutes to get through all the traffic. And now we're back in a happy place on the beach, on Marine Drive, overlooking the water. The traffic flows very, very well here. The engineering staff are to be congratulated, working with everybody to make this happen. I know they spoke about not really advocating for it, but I'm proud to say it was my motion that said, well, let's try and please do it, and do it safely by working with RCMP and the fire department and the restaurants and everybody else, and I think they've done a fantastic job, and I want to thank council. It was my motion to do this lane closure for the restaurants was approved by council 6-1 with just one dissenter. We don't often get unanimous on council, so I'll take 6-1 any day of the week. You can see the beaches are very, very nicely full, and people are having a good time. with COVID getting under control and Dr. Bonnie Henry saying that we can now do more travel, I encourage everybody from the Lower Mainland, please. White Rock is open for business. The drive is alive, and we would love to see you. Cutting up to Moby Dick's again, one of our favorite fish and chips places. Very yummy. It's very, very popular. They were not that excited about doing a patio, to be honest. The fish and chip shops and the ice cream shops mostly do takeout anyway, so having an extra patio didn't really help them. But it seems like all their customers are sitting on the cement barriers, enjoying the day, waiting for their fish and chips. So hey, maybe it even helps them. We are listening, and Zapoteca's patio is completely filled. And some people will say, well, why should we bother doing this? And that's a great question. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, how would it feel to go down Marine Drive and have even more restaurants boarded up? What we want to do is encourage business. That's one of the priorities of this council, and definitely for me, is we want to have businesses. We should make it easier for businesses to make money here. If they win, all of us win. We have beautiful places to have our lunches. The atmosphere down here is very, very positive. It wouldn't be that way if we had most of these restaurants closed. In fact, here we are, speaking of which, at the Sandpiper that Bill Lawrence sold a few years ago, and it is quite sad that it's empty. That has nothing to do with the location. The Sandpiper did great business, and Bill was a wonderful host. But unfortunately, it was sold. I think it was sold to offshore, and there seemed to be no rush to reopen the restaurant. Unfortunately, Bill, if you're listening, you can correct me if I'm wrong. That's all good. I have to say, even though Bill's on the coalition, I've always liked Bill, and a good guy, and very popular with his Sandpiper Inn restaurant. Okay, we're now taking the detour route again, but this time we're going to take Columbia. So again, I'm on Maple, about to go on to Columbia. This is the official detour route. Also, you can go down State and go down North Bluff or Thrift. Both excellent choices, but this is the main route. So let's see how busy it is on a, it's now 2:22, Sunday afternoon on Father's Day. On a beautiful, beautiful White Rocks sunny day. Again, the speed limit is 30 kilometers here. Don't tell the police chief, I might be at 35 kilometers an hour. But traffic is, you can see it's completely unblocked. There's nothing going on here at all, which is the way we wanted it, right? So I got to give a kudo to staff. I think the route diversion they've selected it minimizes the impact on residents, which is very important to all of us, yet allows the restaurants to create extended patios. And we've been told that it may not sound like much to create 6 extra tables, but each table can generate up to $1,000 a month in profit. So that's helps these businesses, some of which have gone into 6-figure debt over the 18 months. Huge losses because of COVID-19, and we're very fortunate the province has supported White Rock. People ask us, how much did all this cost? Well, thanks to the province and their COVID recovery fund, it actually is costing White Rock taxpayers nothing. It comes out of the provincial COVID-19 recovery. COVID-19. Sorry, trying to make sure I don't get hit by cars. The provincial COVID-19 recovery, economic recovery fund. So I think it was it probably is about $100,000 to do all this engineering work and renting out the partitions and everything. Don't quote me on that. Jim Gordon, our Director of Engineering, awesome guy. He can tell you the real details, but really this has cost White Rock taxpayers nothing, and I want to give a shout out to the province for helping us and all the cities of BC help their businesses recover, and we wouldn't have been able to do it without them. I don't think we would have got 6 votes in support of this if we had to pay for this out of our own pockets, but this is a win-win-win for everybody. And you can see Columbia again, very, very nice flow of traffic. I see how many cars in front of me? 6 cars again. 6 seems to be the magic number on Columbia, right in front of the parkade. I think this is an excellent success, and the beaches are very full with lots of happy people, lots of great visitors. Welcome to White Rock. You're a city by the sea. And there's our shout out to Dr. Bonnie Henry. We thank our heroes. That mural was by Jim Davidson, local artist, and I want to thank him for that beautiful memento to Dr. Bonnie Henry. A shout out to all of our first responders and our medical staff, medical workers throughout the province who have kept us safe and looked after us when we get sick. Really, really appreciate it. So I'm going to head west on Marine Drive, if I can get through the oh, thank you. So here we are. This is what it normally looks like when we don't have the lane closure. It's going in both directions. So yeah, west of the Dell, it's just as normal, although some of the restaurants here are also saying, hey, can we use these parking spaces for our extended patios? And I believe council has basically said, yes, that's a great idea. We're glad that you are in support of the lane closures and see value in it. And so look to the future where some of these parking spots will then become tables for our extended patio space for the restaurants. Again, this is all about not just the restaurants and helping the restaurants. Remember, the restaurants, when our pier came down, the owners got together for the chefs at the pier, and they helped raise funds to rebuild our pier. They're more than just restaurant owners who provide excellent food. They also are parts of our community, and this is all about helping them and paying it forward. And when we have healthy restaurant businesses and businesses on Marine Drive, it means it's a better atmosphere for all of us. It means the restaurants alone employ over 1,000 people. So those are young jobs for young people and less young people, but people of our community. So that's 1,000 more jobs for people who might otherwise be hurt by COVID-19 still. So that's, I want to remind people that we're doing this not just for the restaurant owners, but for all the people they employ. And they're a spin-off. They all shop locally for their food, or most of them do. I don't know if it's all of them, but all the ones I've spoken to, they shop locally for their food. And so that employs local grocery stores and farmers and the farmers market. So it's all about buying local and supporting local. And when we have a healthy Marine Drive, that means we have a place as residents to visit and enjoy and have it feel like it should feel. It should feel like a vibrant, happy place where we can enjoy the beach and enjoy some good food and go to wonderful shops like, what is it, 50/50 and one of my favorites, and Bella's shop. Lots of, sorry Bella, I don't quite remember the name of it. It's hard to drive and talk at the same time. But thank you everybody for paying attention and watching this video. This is Councillor Kristjanson from White Rock City Council, and I really want to have a shout out to the residents who have been great. The vast majority have supported this. They realize that we need to pay it forward to our restaurants and their staff and all the businesses that those restaurants support. So thank you once again. We're headed up to North Bluff in 16, and I think we'll just end the tour there. So have a great day, and come visit White Rock, your city by the sea. We're open again for business. The drive is alive. And thank you also to the BIA. I personally worked with, and many of the councillors worked with them. Shout out to Sam and Alex, of course, and Kyle, Jesse, all the great people at the BIA have been absolutely astounding. Thank you, Carlos, Lapina, big supporter of this initiative. Thank you all, and have a wonderful Sunday.